world. Dr. Eve here. Hope all is well. It's a great day to be amongst the land of the living. If you are here and can hear this message, hey, Father, I thank you. Welcome to the live, everyone. I'm Dr. Eve. We're here. We talk about all things sustainable living, living eternally, and all the things that go along with healthy living by growing and creating a strong home economy from the soil up. So I'm truly excited today because yesterday we talked about a lot, right? We talked about a lot working for today, beautifully today for tomorrow, because all we have is today, right? So, welcome. I've got some electrolytes on deck, some good old water mixed with nettle leaf for magnesium. I have, my goodness, hibiscus for calcium. Hey, Glenn. I also have some. Ruobios. I'm doing well. Well. Anyway, I have been having to really work on making sure that I get a good electrolytes in my body because my hands been cramping, my toes been cramping, my legs been cramping. Stuff like that be happening when you don't have enough minerals in your body. So I'm focusing a lot on that. But I wanted to talk with you all today about a few things. First of all, I'm gonna tell you a little bit of something. I want to make sure that I am sharing with you all why it's important for us to be um, in control of our health, growing our food, making sure that what we put in our mouths is good for us. How to Not Die is a book I'm reading right now by Michael Greger. Discover the food scientifically proven to prevent and reverse disease. Now, I was started this book and I was so amazed because in the story, the book starts with how 60 something year old mom was having chronic illness, and the doctors said there was no more they could do for her, and sent her home to die. Well, but because someone took the initiative to say, hey, that's not good enough, this can be reversed, and here's how we're going to do it. So foods do reverse chronic conditions, but you have to be vigilant in doing so. I just want to give you some numbers really quickly. Some mortality rates in the United States. Coronary heart disease, 375 annual deaths a year. Lung disease, 296,000 deaths per year. You'll be surprised at these numbers. Brain disease, Alzheimer's, 214,000 deaths per year. Digestive cancers like colorectal, pancreatic, esophageal, 106,000 deaths per year. Infections like respiratory and blood diseases, 95,000, y'all, and the list goes on and on and on. And the thing is, a lot of these things are directly related to what we put in our mouths. I am going to be talking a lot about these things, about the research. What is the research saying about how we can reverse these diseases, and who's saying it, where's the science, and why? How Not to Die from Heart Disease was the very first one that I read about, the top killer amongst American. Like, it's kind of like a TERRORIST. What I found very interesting about heart disease, its plaque and how it develops. What I found interesting was that there are many people who are suffering silently and they don't know it. They don't even know it until it hits them, and they only have an hour before death, right? It's called sudden heart disease, sudden heart failure, or they called it, let's see what they called it, they call it sudden heart disease, I believe. Sudden heart failure. All right. I'm going to give you the exact name of it the actual condition, sudden heart failure, right? And the problem is that many of us are eating things, drinking things, smoking things, all kinds of things that is building up the plaque on the inside of our vessels, on the inside of our arteries. And what happens over time is you develop what's called arterioscler- arteriosclerosis of the heart. My friend, a very good friend of mine, died from that, and she, in fact, died suddenly. She came into work one day and she died instantly, like right there, like died. There was no reviving her. She just died. And but what I can tell you about her as my friend is that she had some bad behaviors. She was a chain smoker. Like when I say chain smoker, you get in her car and there's piles of cigarettes in the ashtray, on the floor, overflowing everywhere. She ate poorly. She had a very poor diet. She had all the symptoms that lead to arterial sclerosis of the heart. And sclerosis is literally a hardening. It means hardening. It hardens to the point that it cannot pump that blood. It cannot pump the blood through your vessels, through your arteries the way that it should. And then you get to that place where you have nothing else, you have no more room for oxygen or anything else to flow, and boom, you got sudden heart failure. Well, that's what happened to my friend. She died suddenly, and there are ways to reverse it. And I want us to begin to think about what we can do to reverse these things. Now, I'll come on alive after I've given you the stats about heart disease. I will kind of talk to you a little bit more about how to reverse it according to the science and bring you the science. I believe that you should read for yourself, research for yourself, and know for yourself. But one of those things begin with growing your own food, eating more vegetables, eating more greens, stopping poor habits, being hydrated, getting the good minerals and all the things that you need in your body. Now they sent this woman home to die at 60 something years old, baby. I'm not doing it. I'm getting these good minerals. So, but I wanted to tell y'all, let's talk about what we did yesterday, because y'all know we were under a flood alert. We were under a flood alert, and we were going to get a lot of rain, and we did. But baby, I was out here in this garden all day yesterday because I knew that anytime they say rain, that means it's time to fertilize, because the rain is going to come down and it's going to work the dirt, right? It's going to work that fertilizer into that dirt. So what we need to do at that point is make sure that we are getting that fertilizer in there for it to do what it's supposed to do. So I want to take you all on a tour today. I want to do my greenhouse tour, but I'm just going to highlight a few things that I did yesterday in preparation for the rain, because it was so important. So one thing I did was I fertilized big time, everything out here, because it all needed it. I hadn't done it in at least a month. So I'm going to give you a quick tour of what we have going on here. So y'all know, of course, after the rain, I have to come down and I got to clean up everything because it'd be a pure mess out here. So I'm going to take my water with me. So this is the herb bed. Y'all see everything is looking good because we have what? We fertilized. I repotted some things. Hey, Angela, good afternoon. I repotted some things. And y'all, what I did was I added a lot of bottom feeders, because what I am tired of spraying down. I want to make sure that they're getting the water that they need. And another thing I cut back this hydrangea because um, I'm going to propagate it. You see all the beautiful leaves down here? I'm going to propagate it so that I can make more of them, right? It's that time of the year for them. So we may hook that up and made that do well right there. Then, of course, we got beans planted, some beans. We had to get some beans planted. I had to bring the apples out of the sun. They were being scorched but now they're looking really, really good. I brought them out of the sun. They're babies, and they don't need to be out there tenderly out there in all that intensive heat. We fertilized this. All right, let's take a head into the garden really quickly. Um, Here I yesterday planted the olive tree because this is my Mediterranean garden. I haven't given it a name yet, but it has all the things that Mediterranean, supposed to have. It's olive, it's got parsley, it's got lots of dill, it's got, the flowers, it's got all the beautiful things that are relative to a um, a Mediterranean garden. And today I'm going to be putting more in. It's one of my focal projects. I pulled back all the weeds out of here, most of them anyway. We're building it up. I transplanted that plant back there. This was it was part of this plant right here. There were 5 buds in here. So there were 5 huge buds in here. And so what I did was I took them apart and I made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plants out of it. So when you are shopping for plants, you should be shopping looking at the base of the plant and how many stalks it has, and can it reproduce? Can you make more? Can you get more out of the plant that you are purchasing? So now I purchased this plant for maybe $20, but now I've got 6 plants, and now they're going to be um, the the side decorator for. And these come back every year. That's the beautiful thing about it. They come back every year. So in here I also have eggplant, and I'm going to be putting in some art here. I'm going to be because y'all know gardening is art, right? And y'all know I'm an artsy person. So we're going to be putting in some decorated wine bottles here. I can't wait to show you what I'm going to be doing there. And I'm not sure what's going to go here, but something metal, because I'm doing a lot of metal work, a lot of drawing and art. Can't wait to show you guys what we are doing. I also cut the Shasta back because she was completely dead. Now, this is what I'm talking about when I say you should look at what you are buying. If you don't have multiple branches in there, like this is literally 1, 2, maybe 8 plants. This is maybe 8 plants in this one pot, and it cost me $19. But that I got 8 plants out of $19. So same with this one, which is also going to go into the olive grove. You see this? It's got 4. It's got 4 bulbs. We're going to propagate these and make them 4. So all of these got we did a nice watering on, and I want to show you just really quickly some of these beds that are growing really beautifully now. This is my cucumber, one in the ground, and I covered this up because the birds kept taking my flowers off my eggplant, so I couldn't. But the tomatoes are growing, and everything is growing up really nicely. What I did was I wood chip these beds because the goal was, if it rains, I want the rain to stay in and moisten these beds. Over here, I did the same thing. This is a beautiful, beautiful bed of tomatoes and basil and eggplant and marigolds and peppers. Just a beautiful, beautiful bed. And also the cucumbers right here leading up to it. I got some mint here and also some lavender here that's doing really, really well. Yesterday, I planted 4 new baby tomatoes here outside of the bed, and I planted 4 babies here inside of the bed. I want to see which one is going to do better, and this is one that's in the center that's doing well, and it has lots of flowers. It's also next to a baby olive here, and my pepper is also doing really well. Look in there, y'all. Look at that. So everything is starting to grow now and flourish, and I'm really excited about that. But let me show you something else over here we did yesterday. Right here we put in, I had a bookshelf. This bookshelf, no, my daughter didn't want it. So she's redoing the den and did not want this bookshelf. Okay, so you guess where it's at. Did you know that you can make a bed out of a bookshelf? That if you go to a, you can go to a thrift store and you can go and if you see a bookshelf like this, you can actually use this as a garden bed. This is my new sweet potato bed. So we have sweet potatoes, basil, marigolds, and sweet potatoes need room to grow. So I left this space. I'm probably gonna share the top surface, something that does need shallow dirt. I'm probably gonna put some flowers in here because whatever it is has to be shallow, and it comes out or it doesn't stay in there long because potatoes will stay in there for quite a while. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Over here, we look at this. Look at how beautiful they look. Look at how beautiful these kale look since I put the wood chips on them. I put the wood chips on them. They are staying nice and cool, and they are doing really, really well. Look at these peppers. Peppers out. Look, they are everywhere. They're just beautiful, right? Same thing with this bed over here. We put in some wood chips in this bed. Kale, everything is grown. We're going to add more. We got our feature plant, which is our basil and our marigold, and everything else goes in after that. Over here is our okra bed. We also did a heavy, heavy wood chipping with this bed. It is growing beautifully and we're very, very excited about it. Here, over here quickly, we have our roselle, which you can see is growing all over the place. They are going to be huge. This is our roselle, which we make our jam from. So this is beautiful. This is hibiscus, the roselle hibiscus. We have some lemongrass here, apple here, our figs, more roselle, of course, figs and flowers. And look at this monster. When you look at this watermelon, y'all, it is out of control. And look at that banana over there. Do y'all see that banana? I can't wait till it flowers, but do y'all see that banana? Well, I've got grapes that are about ready too, so I'm very excited about that. And my strawberry bed is the next thing that I'm going to wood chip because I want everything to be operating on its own. And we put some wood chips over here in the stevia bed and over here. Look at the kale, y'all. It's just beautiful. So I'm really, really excited about what is happening here in the garden. But what I didn't show you was the main garden. This is the main garden. So this is the main garden. Look at these. Look at this. Just beautiful. Collards, tomatoes, onions. Everything's growing so beautifully and I am just loving it here. All in, look at that, all in the walkway. It's everything's growing here. I took all the peaches, ate all the peaches. They were so good. We only had a small amount this year on this tree, but it did fruit. So I was very excited about that. This is a squash plant. It's hot, y'all. Let me go and get some shade real quick. What did I do? Okay, let me get my drink and come back, and then I'll give y'all a tour of the greenhouse. Because that was the work we did yesterday, but today our work was to get the greenhouse cleaned out. And so I've done that, and I'm about to go to lunch. I'm so excited. I love when I get the work done, and my goal is to make sure that those of you who are here are looking to thrive in this space, looking to the tomatillo. Mm. Mm. They are a cross between tomatoes and some type of fruit. And oh my God, they are so good. Just eat right off the vine. Mm. We're going to go into the greenhouse really quickly so I can talk to you about what's happening in there. I'm going to take my chair with me and my drink. All right, so we did a greenhouse cleanup today because I have to know what work needs to be done. Y'all, look at that. Is that not pretty? Okay, I only got 2% left, so I got to go really quickly and tell you all what I've done so I can get off this live. So my Father God, who instructs me in all things, gave me instructions. to put one of each thing into the greenhouse because of what's happening in the sky. We we got some stuff happening in the sky, y'all, and I don't know what it is. So since I don't know what it is, I'm following instructions to put one of everything in this greenhouse. So what we have here, I've cleaned it out, made it livable, made it workable, put all my tools in the right place so that I can come do little things, or at least I can find things. So over here are all of my tools on this little rolling rack, which I absolutely love. All my tools. These are racks that I can grow on. And today I'm dumping all this dirt into these pots so that I can plant up some things, because there's nothing in them and it's time for me to plant some seeds. Over here in these pots, I have strawberry. He told me to bring them in. Basil and collards. Y'all watch your collards, because even in the greenhouse, the butterflies will lay eggs and they'll eat the whole leaf off. I killed about 12 of them today. These are one of my sorrels in here. This is comfrey. Those are 2 apples back there. This is Thai basil. This is a fig, not fig, but what's the tree that I love so much? Avocado. This is stevia. One of my lemongrass. And these are all triplet pots of different herbs, tomatoes, etc. I brought in my moringa tree, one of them. I brought in one of my citrus trees. This is a triple. This is a plant, a flower. This is a green pepper, all the things. So you have to bring and listen to the voice of God when he's telling you to do something. Okay, I got a lavender in here. I've got plant bases all down here, flowers. I've got lettuce, all the things. But we must listen, y'all. Listen. This greenhouse will at least protect one of everything. If from the air, the things that are in the air, okay? So look at this baby. That's meet. I want you to meet the sniper. This is the sniper, and he's eating a meal right now. That's my friend in the garden. This is my friend in the greenhouse. And y'all, it's beautiful in here. We've done some beautiful things, and I'm about to go to lunch and get off of here before I lose my live. But I just wanted to show you all around and how beautiful things are looking. I repotted some apothis, and my daughter, listen, she's been asking me about these things, and y'all look. We got apothis all up in here. So wanted to show y'all this too. Right outside of the greenhouse, I repotted my raspberry in a bigger pot, repotted my blueberry in a bigger pot, citrus. We've got it going on here, and so I'm really excited about the progress of the greenhouse. And I have all things put away so that I can find them, all the tools that I need, and some things that I need to pot. So anyway, that's my greenhouse tour for today. I'm not staying long. I am very, very hungry. So we are about to head out for some lunch. I love you all with the love of Christ. I hope that you have the most amazing day. And whatever you do, don't let anyone get in the way on your journey to living eternally with your mind, your will, and your emotions. I love you guys, and I will see you on the next video. Bye, everyone.